Hello and welcome to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Today we have with us Lindsey Ferrell, who is the co-owner of 9 Round here in Jackson, Tennessee. She's a physical trainer, and she's here to talk to us about getting healthy or staying healthy and nutrition and all that jazz. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Lindsey, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got into physical training.
The world of fitness. Okay. So my husband and I are originally from Haywood County, born and raised Brownsville.
Okay.
And relocated to Medina right after we got married. So about 13 years ago, we've been in Medina. But we both have worked in Jackson our whole careers.
Okay.
And at the point of having our second child, I just needed something that fit into a busy schedule,
Right.
that allowed me to get stronger
Mm-hmm.
and to feel more confident in myself. And so we found a gym, and it's called 9 Round Kickboxing. And at that time, it was located out by the ballpark.
Oh, okay.
And
What year was that when you were over?
that was in 2013.
Okay.
It was open out there. And so I literally took my daughter to daycare at 12 weeks old and joined the gym. And at that point, it just became a place of fun and a place that I could just go and make me a better version of me.
Right.
And when I say that, I mean that, I get to exercise and you get those endorphins up and you feel better and stronger. And by the time I got off work and went and did that and made it home, I was just a better mom and a better wife. And so we became members in 2013, and then we had the opportunity to buy the gym in 2015. And so that was in April. I never thought that I would own a gym.
Like?
Yeah. So that's the crazy thing, is I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay.
But I never thought it would be a gym. And the reason I say that is because I've spent most of my life being overweight, not really knowing how to eat, not really knowing how to exercise. And, I've just always been challenged in that part of my life. And so the fact now that I own a gym, it's just really funny to me. I still laugh about it all the time. But long story short is the owner was looking to, he was running one in Memphis. And so he just was looking for someone that was interested. And since Tommy and I just absolutely loved it,
Right.
we jumped right in. We totally feel that God opened the door, flung it wide open is what we say. And here we are,
Right.
3 years later.
3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that time, in that first year, we did stay out by the ballpark.
Okay.
And we had to find a location out north is kind of where our goal was. We do live in Medina, and so we were hoping to get a little bit closer to where we live.
Right.
Because it was about a 20 to 25-minute drive to where it was. And it was just kind of hard to juggle it all. We still laugh about the days that one of us would rush to Medina, pick up the kids from daycare, and then we would meet in the parking lot. One would work out, take the kids home, and start dinner while the other one worked out.
Wow.
And so, but that's how important it is, too, is that we were actually becoming healthier versions of ourselves. And it just really carried on into our family. It just made us better people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about entrepreneurship here on the show, and people who feel a call to help, and so your purpose, the goal that God gave you, not only help you, but it's helping other people in this area. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I don't take that lightly, because
Right.
I know that as myself, I just struggled in that department for so long, and to finally find something that works,
Right.
that allowed me the opportunity to lose the weight that I had been wanting to lose and to be more confident in myself. I just knew it worked. And that's why I feel like God placed me where I am now, because I'm a living testimony of what 9 Round can do for you.
Right. Now, we still have a couple of minutes left in this segment. Tell us what 9 Round is. Is this a local thing, or is this a national thing, or an international thing?
It's actually a franchise. It's based out of Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
Shannon Hudson was a world champion kickboxer.
Okay.
And I think it was in 2008. Yeah, we just celebrated 10 years. 2008, he just came up with this idea. And so basically it's a 30-minute kickboxing circuit training gym.
Okay.
What that means is you come in and you'll do one round for 3 minutes and then 30 seconds in between, another round for 3 minutes, 30 seconds in between. And basically you just come in and you knock out 30 minutes of working out and in and out of the door. You got to wrap your hands first. So I tell people it should, 35 to 40 minutes, depending on, how long it takes you to wrap your hands. And you can have a total body workout and get back to your busy life.
And it's a different workout every day.
It is. So the trainer's always there. We are not the gym that has 24-hour access because we are there to train you, encourage you, correct you. The last thing we want you to do is just waste time in a gym.
Right.
We also don't want you to get injured. And when you're punching and kicking things, sometimes injury can happen. So we just want to make sure you're doing what's right.
Right.
We also do heart rate training, and that's just to make sure that you are in the right zones while you're working out. If you are overworking, you're not going to feel good the next day.
Right.
And if you're slacking off, we want to give you that little bit of encouragement so that you're not wasting your time.
Right.
I hear so many times that people go to the gym and they just walk around mindlessly not knowing what to do. They just don't know what to do with certain equipment or what they should be doing that day. And so we take all of that out of it for you. You just walk in the door, greeted by a friendly face.
I have been at gyms where there were no personal trainers, and I've seen people, even though I'm no expert, I've seen people misuse equipment, and I'm like, you're going to hurt yourself.
You are.
And nobody's going to.
And did you know that if you don't do a squat the right way, that you could really injure your knees?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So, the very first workout when you're in there, we are watching your form and techniques just to make sure you don't
hurt yourself.
Yeah, end up in physical therapy for a long time. We want to keep you in the gym, not in the doctor's office.
Right.
So,
and what are your hours? How does that? You say you're not 24 hours.
No, we're not. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we open at 5:30 a.m. We close daily at 1:30. We open back up at 3, and then we go to 8.
Okay.
Tuesday, Thursdays, we open at 8 a.m., and then Saturdays, 8 to 12.
Okay.
So it sounds very complicated, but basically there's no class times. You just walk in, start your workout, wrap your hands, and then start your workout as long as there's a trainer there. And the last workout always begins 30 minutes prior to closing. So like our lunchtime crew have to be wrapped and ready to go by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then our nighttime crew have to be wrapped and ready to go by 7:30.
Okay.
Except Fridays, we close at 6 because after a year of sitting in the gym on Friday nights, we figured out people don't like to work out on Friday nights.
Right.
So, yeah, we started closing at 6 on Fridays.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Lindsey Ferrell with 9 Round of Jackson, Tennessee. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Hello and welcome back to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. We're back with Lindsey Ferrell of 9 Round of Jackson, Tennessee. Lindsey, tell us why exercise is important. I know a lot of people at the beginning of the year, they make New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna work out more. I'm gonna go 5 or 6 days a week, and I'm gonna eat chicken and vegetables.
Broccoli and chicken. Broccoli and chicken.
And I'm gonna get healthy. And now we're by the time people hear this, it'll be August, and so we'll be 8 months in. Is it too late to get in shape?
It's never too late to get in shape. The crazy thing about exercise is sometimes we just have to really talk ourselves into doing it.
Right.
But you never regret it. You never regret the high that you get when you actually get some good cardio or some good exercise in, because it just does so much for you mentally as well as physically.
Right. And I didn't say this in the last segment, but I do go to 9 Round, and my wife basically had to drag me there. And
that's how it usually works. It took me 6 months to get my husband through the door.
Really?
6 months.
and it was only because I was like, oh, what am I going to get from this? What am I going to get from this? And I'm telling you, I underestimated what was going to happen when I got there. And by the time I got finished, I was so tired and pooped. I was like, oh, my goodness. I didn't know I could work that hard in 30 minutes. I had been, before 9 Round, I was doing treadmills and maybe lifting weights for about 30, 40 minutes or whatever. And then I'll be done for the day. But since joining 9 Round, my wife and I have noticed like differences in our bodies, and like especially me in my shoulders and stuff. I can see like where the definition is coming in, and in my abs and stuff. So it really works. It really works. So I think one of the questions I asked when I first got there was, can you come in more than once a day?
Yeah, that's always a question we get. So can I, it's only 30 minutes.
Right.
So, I mean, surely I can do this twice. Yeah, if you finish the 30 minutes and think you can do 30 more minutes, then let's talk about it, because that means you didn't push yourself very hard. But yeah, I get that question all the time. So people think it's a common misconception that you need 60 minutes of exercise a day. Okay. And if you're walking like the dog, maybe 60 minutes of exercise, because that's not very vigorous. But what we do is the HIIT training. It's the high intensity interval training. And what that does is it gets your heart rate up and down, which is fantastic for cardiovascular health. And it really helps you burn a lot of calories. And so in that 30 minutes, I did my workout at 7 this morning. I burned 300 calories in 30 minutes, which is fantastic, I believe. But most people burn, like my husband, Tommy, he does 600 to 650 calories. It's killer. Well,
I feel bad for my wife, because
I know
I see those numbers up there. Now my wife will probably burn maybe 300, and like you said, as her husband, I'll double that.
It's just the difference in men and women.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
sometimes I'm just standing there and I'm burning.
It makes us really mad, by the way.
I know it does. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But like you said, by the time I'll be praying for those last 3 minutes to be up, because but I feel good after I get done. I'm breathing better, and the trainers are really attentive to you. If you need to go back over a move and find out how you're supposed to stand and what you should be doing, they're there to show you how to stand and do the right roundhouse kick and the side kick and the uppercuts.
Yeah, all that fun stuff. And we modify a lot as well.
Right, because there are a lot of people who say, I can't do this.
I can't do that. I have been on the DL for over a month now because of a shoulder injury that happened on vacation.
Okay.
I do the gym every day and I don't get injured, and then we go on vacation and I get injured. So, I'm still working out. I'm still burning a ton of calories, but I just can't use my right shoulder for certain movements right now. And that's pretty typical. I'd say probably 40 to 50% of our members need some type of modification, whether it's push-ups, shoulder or elbow, wrist, knees. You name it. I feel like we have somebody that has an issue with it. And so that's what we're there for.
Right.
Everybody needs to work out, regardless of your age, regardless of your current fitness level. We have people that need to lose a lot of weight, but we also have people that just do it or just to feel better.
Right.
And something else that people don't realize is when you get your body doing that type of physical activity, not only do you feel better and have more energy throughout the day, but you sleep better at night. And so you wake up feeling better the next morning. That's probably the first thing that we hear from people, is that they are sleeping better.
Right.
So that's the first change.
What about the eating? How does the nutritional part play into?
Yeah. So I tell people all the time, don't come into the gym and work really hard for 30 minutes and then drive through the fast food, because for one, you're just going to wipe it all out. But the other thing is, you are what you eat. And so 80% of your weight loss journey or your fitness journey boils down to what you're eating.
Right.
80%. And a lot of people think they can just out-train a bad diet, and that just doesn't happen.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. And so we started doing what's called like elimination. It's like Whole30 or whatever, a couple months ago, almost a year ago, really. And basically, it was just to kind of see if there were certain foods that were triggering some of the body aches. Well, like Tommy has really bad body knee pain or joint pain. And then I have some stomach issues and some other things. And so we started eliminating certain things and then adding them back to figure out what it was that was causing it. And it was food, like dairy, does not react well with my body. But anyway, I say all of that to say that you eat something on a Sunday, you don't feel bad till the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And so you think that, you're just going to eat bad, and then, you're just, you satisfy that craving. Yeah. And then you'll work out the next day, but you're still dealing with the stuff that you put in your body the next day.
Right.
And so, we just have to be more conscious about what we're eating.
And you all do have like your website has like a nutritional guide, if you remember.
So you put in your height and your weight, and basically it'll generate a little menu for you. And the cool thing about it is it calculates how many calories you need.
Okay.
And, it's assuming that we're working out 3 to 4 times a week, which is really all we recommend. Some people come 5 to 6.
Tell my wife that.
Yeah. She likes to come every day, doesn't she?
Right.
But, if you eat the right food, if you fuel your body, that's what we tell you. Fuel your body. Don't feed it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuel it with what's going to get you through the day. We eat to live. We don't live to eat.
Right.
It's a philosophy that we have just turned our minds, and it doesn't do anything for you.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Lindsey Ferrell of 9 Round of Jackson, Tennessee. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Hello and welcome back to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., and we are wrapping things up with Lindsey Ferrell of 9 Round of Jackson, Tennessee. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart there for a second. Tell us, people, I'm pretty sure that there are people who are listening now who are excited about, I'm telling you, you all don't want to pass this up. This is a great gym. I've enjoyed going there. They will work you. They will make sure that you have done what you're supposed to do. You will not waste your 30 minutes. It's amazing. And if you need to let out some steam, some stress or something, I mean, you can lift weights, you can kick backs, you'll do push-ups, you'll do sit-ups,
burpees. We like burpees.
They have challenges. They have all kinds of things. And the trainers are there for you if you need help. There's music playing. We forgot about the music. There is music. There's like high intense music to get you motivated and pumped up. And now you all have an app that if there's a song you want to listen to,
you can kind of pick some of your favorite songs to help you. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So tell people how they can where they can find you all. Again, what your hours are,
okay,
and how they can find out more information.
So we are located on the 45 frontage road down from like Jackson Clinic North, right. Kaufman's Furniture, Royal Furniture. We are the last building you get to before you get to Lifeline Blood Services. We're in the same space as PM Music, and so if you see a guitar in the sky, that's right. We're in that building with them. But we are there Monday through Saturday. Again, there's no class time, so you can just come in anytime as long as we're open. And the first workout's always free.
Okay.
We encourage people to take it for a test drive, is what we say. That way you can see if it's what best suits your schedule and suits what your goals are. When you come in, they're going to ask you, what are your goals? Like, why are you here? Because if we know you and we know what you're trying to ultimately achieve, then we can be your cheerleader.
Right.
I know that's what it took for me to be able to see results and to be successful. And so I think accountability is just a huge part of it. I tell people when they join our gym to welcome to the family. Mm-hmm. And, we're going to know your name when you walk in. We're going to know if you need modifications or, most of my members, I know what they do for a living. I know their families, that's just kind of what we do. And we feel that if we can help you be successful, then or for you to be a better version of yourself, then you will be a better employee, a better mom, a better spouse, And like you said a minute ago, sometimes it's just about punching bags. We have people that come to us that say it's cheaper than therapy, and it really is, because you can just leave some of your stress there, punching and kicking. Yeah.
And what phone number can people call you
Yeah.
to set up if they want to come by to the gym and test things out? Or can they just come?
You can just walk on in and talk to the trainer,
Okay.
or you can call 424-5200. You can find us on Facebook at 9 Round Jackson. We're also on Instagram. We try to keep up with social media,
All right.
but that's a chore in itself. There's so many outlets to post everything on. Google, we're out there, and there's lots of reviews out there. We have a lot of people that have just had success stories that we love to share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I've met some people who've shared their story about how they came and how they were talking about I was in very bad health, and now like a year later I'm doing great and I'm doing wonderful, and people want to know what I'm doing. So,
and I don't want you to think that it's for young people.
We have the age groups. Yeah.
We have really it's mid-20s to probably 50s, but we do have people in their upper 60s.
Okay.
Not many, but we do.
Right.
I was talking with one this morning. She went kayaking over the weekend, and I was like, I want to be you when I grow up. I mean, she is in fantastic health, and she comes 4 times a week.
Wow.
And she said, if I don't stay active, then, I mean, what am I doing? Like,
right.
If I want to be active when I'm older, then I have to be active now.
Right.
So it's an inspiration to see people out there that have these stories and that love encouraging others to just keep doing what they're doing and know that, consistency and persistence pays off.
That's right. All right. Well, you all make sure to go check out Tommy and Lindsey Ferrell at 9 Round of Jackson, Tennessee. They're right off the bypass. And what's the address again?
3061 Highway 45 bypass.
All right.
Out north.
So make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, it was fun.
Be happy to have you back on again to talk more about exercise and nutrition.
Would love to.
And thank you all so much for listening and tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors, Baskerville Funeral Home and R&R Custom Wheels and Tires Express. Thank you all so much for listening each and every week. We hope you have a wonderful and blessed week and continue to take care of one another and love one another and be there for one another. God bless.